you gonna intro or?
Yes, I can. Oh no, pop-ups. Anyway, welcome, folks, ladies and gentlemen, leeches of all ages and generation levels. They're here for our first for the Vampyr venue in Northeast Kansas, Topeka, Kansas to be specific. Everyone is gathered at Elysium, and if you want to know what Elysium looks like, there are wonderful pictures on the not the face back page, on the forum page under the section there for the vampires, which is welcome to Topeka. The Elysium is one of the, well, the entire grounds itself is the Topeka Capitol Plaza there, that hotel that's right next to the Expo Center. Where Elysium is being held tonight is in one of the convention rooms there. Not the big, like, maybe ballroom, but considering the size of the court, maybe one of, like, the smaller ones, something to make it, like, medium-sized ones where it's, like, it's inviting, it's warm, there's space, but there's not so much dead space where 8 vampires are sitting around at a room made for about 100+ people going over there. And why do I have to yell to announce to 8 people?
Dead space, Sean?
Dead space.
Is that on purpose?
Maybe it's because everyone here is quasi-dead. But with that set up, our wonderful Keeper of Elysium, Robert Hugh, will be at the door to administer all of your Keeper duties. And we will get things rolling. So whoever wants to intro first, and then we'll start from, how about this? We start actually with Julia, because Lucas is going to be, so Chris, Sam, and then Tiger, basically in order from what I got on here.
Works for me.
Okay, so first in walk. Stop doing that. First in walks a pretty looking toreador. She has on a 60s style rockabilly dress. Her hair is all done up nice and elegantly. She'll swish in with her high heels tapping away at the hardwood floors.
The floors in the rooms are basically they're stone. They're cement covered with, like, carpeting over the top of them in the convention center area.
Well, that's dramatic.
The main part of the hotel, though, is tile flooring.
No, that's less dramatic. But you can still hear dull thumps.
It might even be linoleum. The horror.
As Sullivan approaches, Robert will say, "Good evening to you, ma'am."
She'll nod.
And to you as well, he'll say, giving kind of a cursory nod to Lucas, who's probably in tow close behind.
I am.
Anything wonderful we should know about your character? Has he got messy hair? Has he got a little bit of remnants of a line of coke under his nose?
Yes to everything. No, he's probably just in standard clothes. I guess he does have disheveled hair, but other than that, he's kind of looks pretty normal. Other than the fact he has, like, Humanity 4.
And Beacon of the Unholy, and Eerie Presence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of that deals with mortal stuff. But,
yeah.
All right.
So after them, you know, Alpha would come in wearing a t-shirt and blue jeans with you know, they're relatively nice blue jeans. They're not torn up or anything. And luckily, to the the keeper's probably happiness. He is wearing his indoor face.
Oh, good. Miracles do happen.
Yeah,
He'll
Malkavians
give
show up
a-
to Elysium with their indoor face.
We'll give a nod and good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yeah, he won't have any weapons or anything on him. Most dangerous thing on him
That's
will be
good.
his cell phone, maybe a wallet.
Man, that has all sorts of radio waves. You could give someone cancer with that.
Yep.
All right. Next up is our newest gangrel.
So once again, Alfred comes up and starts de-arming. Sawed-off shotgun comes out of his pants. Tommy gun outside of his overcoat. Takes the overcoat off. Tommy gun comes outside of his coat. Knives appear on the table. A pistol. And then he just waves his hands. I think that's all of it. Kind of pats himself. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
I have a feeling that I'm going to have to get an assistant keeper just to handle all of your things.
I mean, if you need to make someone else have another job, I could start carrying more. I'm pretty sure I could fit a RPG in here.
If you say so. And he'll start putting stuff away.
To describe Alfred, he feels fucked up. As in, his humanity's less than 3. Fucked up. He feels like a monster. And there's no hiding it. And his eyes are yellow and slitted like a shark's. And he'll just walk on in.
Yeesh.
Oh, did you say yes or Ash?
Ash.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
It's alright.
Ash will come up through, what was it, boiler room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll come up through the boiler room. He is using unseen presence because he doesn't know if there are any poor little kitchen staff or whatever around. He does have Ollie with him though. And he's just kind of walking around. He'll deposit Ollie into the the room that they've made for him now or whatever. Then just kind of wave at the keeper, obviously not with unseen presence on or anything. Then he'll walk back up into the room with everyone else and just kind of sit at his customary chair and open his laptop and start diddling around on his laptop. He is, since this is an Elysium scene, he is wearing a tattered suit, and his face is primarily covered with bandages. The only thing that's really able to be seen is his ears, eyes, and his mouth. Though he does kind of smell like the sewers. Couldn't really help with that.
Good evening, Mr. Ash. Glad to see that you could make it.
Is that, the keeper talking?
Yeah.
Of course. Good to see you as well, Mr. Hughes.
All right. I believe Sam's next up.
Bobby walks into the Elysium. He looks around. He checks a few 2 pistols and a K-bar, but so otherwise dressed pretty typically for the area. He looks like any number of unhappy middle-aged men in Kansas. He has he's wearing well-ironed khakis. The crease is perfect all the way up. A polo shirt, and in the interest of and a July 4th appropriate ball cap with a little eagle on it. He's freshly shaved, so close you can see the blue, and smells of freshly cut grass.
Rothmans is there, handed to him, and since he doesn't know you, just give you a nod before asking, which clan do you belong to, sir?
Zealots.
And he'll kind of gesture to. There's kind of a semi seating arrangement by clan. There's the front tables for the officers, like that front, like a dining room setup where you have the front table for like the guests of honor kind of thing, and then each clan kind of has their own table.
Thank you very much, Keith.
Of course.
Are there any local customs I should be aware about?
None really. Other than this, just to help new people get accustomed to the city, by having them at least set with their clan first, and or if they decide they want to mingle about after formal proceedings, that's totally fine. It is reasonably lax.
Should I put on a blazer?
He looks down at his sweater vest, which has a button-up shirt under it, and looks back up at him. I think he'll be fine.
Wonderful. He gives a respectful nod and walks towards the indicated table, taking a seat.
All right. And then you, Tim.
Oh, do the intro now?
No, Tiger, then you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, a Hispanic-looking man in his mid-20s will walk up to Elysium dressed in a pretty finely tailored suit, all black except for a small American flag pen over his chest. And he will just wait to be addressed by a keeper.
When he sees him approach, he'll give him a nod. I don't think I've seen you here either before, sir. What's your clan?
Clan Bruja. My name's Nick Vega.
Ah, well, nice to meet you, sir. If you'll follow the other man who just walked in before you, there is a table for your clan over there.
All right, thank you very much. And he'll stop to deposit a small knife and then head on in.
All right. Oh, this will be fun. Tim, you're up.
So, Rebecca's going to pull on up. How formal is tonight's Elysium, Sean?
As formal as it was last time, like, the prince being Ventru is pretty casual about his, unless it's like dignitaries are coming down, and then it gets really snappy formal, but...
Okay, so Rebecca's going to be wearing a black blouse, a very nice pair of jeans, and a pretty good pair of flats as she comes in. She'll come on through, and she will stop and, wait for the keeper to acknowledge her.
And he'll give her a pleasant nod, seeing as they're clanmates.
Always good to be here.
Well, feel free to get seated, and things should be started shortly. And he'll motion towards, where Clan Tremere sits.
All right. And Rebecca will go and sit with Clan Tremere.
It's too bad Joey couldn't make this scene. You get to sit all lonely and have the table all to yourself. Kick up your feet, whatever.
I thought Joey was playing an Asimite.
Yeah.
No, not. God damn it! There's two Joeys.
Not Scottish.
I got you.
Not Alaskan Joey.
So the two Joeys get to fight each other for who rules the city. The Assamites versus the Tremere. Who will win?
Dear
I
God.
mean, if we want to go by historical precedent, the Tremere.
Yeah, well.
Fuck the Tremere, though.
I mean, Urchigal woke up. I'm gonna go with
You know, the
Clan
Assamites held
Assamite now.
all the other clans alone for quite a while. And survived.
All right. So, once everyone is seated, the prince and the rest of his court will arrive. The keeper will shut the doors to their... Jesus. You people need Jesus with your fireworks.
Shut my TV.
Bon-
That was a little close for comfort.
I told you they're gonna hit the window.
Right. This
If
may
we
get...
scream and duck, it's because a firework came through my window.
Yeah, we're busily trying to put it out right before we decide which of our neighbors to murder. That's what I needed. The prince will take a seat at the center of the table. Sitting to his right will be the seneschal, Joseph Cambridge, who's Clan Nosferatu. To his left, the Harpy, and then the sheriff and keeper on out further from that. The Harpy being Zenny Foltz Toreador. Sheriff is an Assamite, Afsa, and then, of course, the keeper who everyone met when they walked in the door, Robert Hugh. As soon as he takes his seat, he'll look over the room. There's some business to attend to tonight that, while it may have not been started, I intend to see finished by us, seeing as it's going to be a problem right here in our backyard. But first, I believe there are some faces here that I have not yet had the chance to meet. Yeah.
Alfred is gonna stand like when he says that and just wait to be called upon, because I have etiquette.
Right. Well, since she stood up first, congratulations. Proceed to the front of the line, sir. He'll motion for you to come forward.
Alfred, of course, does. Oh boy, 1 second. I am Alfred Montebank of Clan Grangrel. I am Alfred, child of Bostwick von Ickles, child of Robert Alstron, child of Elizabeth Broughton, child of Olden Alhine, child of Enoya, child of Enoch, child of Cain.
Interesting.
Blanks.
Good to have a gangrel here. What brings you all the way out here to Kansas?
Oh, I'm doing as the elders said and leaving the hell from this hellhole called New York City after what happened recently.
I'd say that that was pretty sound advice.
Other than that, I do, my accent just keeps fucking up. I just keep, I do investigatory stuff, nothing major. Also, I, tend to help with the killing of Sabat when I can.
Well, it seems like we will definitely have a need for that if prior events are to held true. As it doesn't seem like we have anyone else from that is here except for one other who currently sits in accounting. I would assume that would make you Primogen then.
Oh, thank you very much for the seat, Your Grace. Like, he gives this yay sarcastic smile.
Congratulations, you won the participation ribbon kind of thing.
Exactly. Thank you very much. I will do my best to make sure that Clan Gangrel does not do anything as to mess up any plans that you have for the city.
Very well. I do appreciate that. I see two from Clan Bruja. I'm very curious to see, I guess, the sudden influx that's come in recently. What,
Get off me.
You're making, what brings the two of you to my city? Well, first of all, who are you?
Bobby stands up. Robert Lee Anderson, child of Christoph Romuald, reporting for duty as requested. And it was suggested I head back here, as I'm from here a long time ago.
How long ago?
For Korea.
He gives a kind of a smile. And like not like a devious murder thing, just like an appreciatory of like that you not only clearly having a military service or period in question just made him feel a little brighter inside.
Oh,
sorry.
So go ahead, please.
If your character's continuing speaking after the description, go ahead, and then I'll move on to what I was doing.
It was suggested that I come and help hold the front lines here. I was in DC with my sire and the redoubtable Mr. Bell. And in New York.
Ah, I see another one from New York.
I go where the conflict is.
That's fair. That is very fair. I'm sure that both you and Gangrel's expertise will be much appreciated in the coming nights.
Yeah.
And Are you continuing on, Sam?
No. I think
Okay.
I think he's done.
Okay. And what about you, sir? Any motions to Nick?
I am Nick Vega, child of James Vega. I am mostly here just to make money and assist in what ways I can. I'm not much of a fighter, I'll admit, though my clan can, as I'm sure you're well aware, fight fairly well. I'm mostly more behind the scenes, prefer to be a funding guy, I guess, would be a good way to put it.
Well, some may see that as not traditional for your clan, but there is always a place for people who tend to the mortal area of things just as much as there is to those who fight on the front lines against the Sabbat.
Yes, and I've also been establishing a small herd of some of my patrons, so should anybody require services, all I ask for a small payment, we can make arrangements.
I'm going to have to backtrack a bit, and I assumed it was assumed when he gave him Primogen status, but before that he would have said that, hospitality's granted and all the fun stuff that entails that. Then after getting hearing from Tiger, well, both of you have my acknowledgement. As far as Primogen, that'll be between you two to decide for your own clan.
Nick will look at the other guy and just kind of shrug and say, both of us are new to the city. I think both of us are equally skilled. And I personally have no strong preference as to who gets it. It's not why I'm here.
Popula shrugs and says, sure, both are good picks. I would be pleased to serve if asked. Do my duty.
Well, once again, as I stated, it's for your clan to decide, unless, of course, the situation that seems to be for most of these clans that you're the lone man and therefore default. Believe we have one more person, though I do have at least some inkling, seeing as Mr. Hugh has informed me of this prior arrival. No motion to Rebecca. But I would be interested to hear of your own words as to your own endeavors and why you might be here.
Oh, he's talking to Rebecca?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Rebecca will stand up, bow to the prince, and say, I am here, my prince, simply to aid in the city in whatever way that I can. I have heard of the stirrings of the others, and whilst I am not a fighter, I believe that I can assist in other ways, if so allowed.
Well, as I said previously, we have more than enough space for people who wish to be here, and acts in many ways and many angles for which that we should have coverage of if we wish to defend this city and perhaps at some point return the blow back to them. You, of course, have my hospitality. Though Mr. Hugh informs me that there's still another one from your clan who is coming and that your clan is still discussing the matter of Primogen, so we will put that on hold for now.
I will ensure that we come back to you with a selection as soon as possible.
appreciate that. The with those formalities out of the way, I suppose we can move on to what's going on here. I know that the Harpy has informed me of the current situation. I know that you were assisting with her, Mr. Ash, if that's correct, about a certain incident that took place at Gage Park yesterday.
He'll look up from his laptop and he'll say, yes, I'm doing what I can to help her in fixing that up right now.
Apparently, we had a bit of an issue that had nothing to do with any vampire that I'm aware of, unless you know of any that can walk in the sun. Something about a wolf chasing a man somewhere around the speed parameters of about 80 to 100 miles an hour.
I can show you a video if you'd like.
That's a 130, 130, sir. They were
Yeah,
going 130 miles an hour.
Higher shot.
Okay,
They're going,
I
like,
get
closer
that,
to
but there's
200.
no. That's why he gave a parameter area flat past, and no one was there with a gun to. Oh, that was 130.
Yeah, Ash will just kind of look up, or he's been looking at the prints, obviously. He'll just kind of say, if you want, I can show you a video.
If you would be so kind as to show the court, please. But a space where there has one of those like projectors where you can project onto the wall behind them, so that people can turn around and watch it.
Yeah, he'll go over there and hook his laptop up. And then I'm assuming it's probably on YouTube right now, and he's got like a couple different programs up trying to get rid of all that. But he'll play like one of the videos. And actually, no, he's probably saved it onto his computer by now, because that would be handy in the future. So he'll just play it from there. And yeah.
It's the shittiest like handheld cam or like a phone camera.
Yep, and when, the video's all finished up, because there was probably some screaming too, because, I mean, it was just this wolf as a blur chasing this other dude who was a blur, just kind of running all over the place. They were probably, ah! So, when that's all done, we'll just kind of give a thumbs up to the prince, walk back over to his seat.
I'm not sure if any of you know when, but I actually had to do some research about this. The last time a wolf has been seen in Kansas. So it would seem that moon beasts have moved into the neighborhood. And he gives that smile of like, I'm going to pretend like this is a happy moment, and it's not.
Oh, great. That's great. Just to clarify, Prince, we don't have any kind of connection to them, Clan Gangrel, and we cannot help you in making any kind of peace offering.
I'll duly note that. It's about this time that a ghoul comes in, one of the prince's ghouls, who runs security for the place, and whispers into his ear, into him, just any part of his body, nothing in particular. The prince looks a bit uncomfortable about the news and starts doing kind of like one of those like nervous tics that you normally see, like rattling his fingers across the top of the table, and then just nods. Well, I guess one incident for one day was not enough. It seems that there has been an explosion Topeka Zoo there in Gage Park.
Oh no, what? This Gage Park sounds like a bad place.
It quickly is becoming a bad place.
I'm sure there are a few of us in here who could fix that.
I'm pretty sure enough napalm will fix it.
The police are already heading to the area to investigate, so it's going to make us finding out who did it. And if they were trying to further escalate the masquerade breach that is already currently going on, or whatever their intent happens to be. So, some strings, and I need you to go down there as a CSI group. Yeah.
You see Alfred start pulling out his own stuff from pockets. Which one did you say, sir? Which organization did you want us to use?
KBI, Kansas Bureau of Investigation. I've already got it set up. I have some contacts within the city that will let you through. I just need you to pull the cover and not make it blatantly obvious. It's already a delicate situation.
Yeah, I can. I'll go down there and help you out with this, Prince. Seems like the faster we get this done, the less likely we are to have someone big, bad, and mean show up and tell us to get it done.
Yeah, I like that. And if the rest of you could take the evening to assist him, it would be greatly appreciated.
Alpha will nod.
Maybe we'll pipe up with. I know a couple of guys, so I might be able to help with this.
Just so I'm clear, out of character, we're going down to a zoo where someone has set a fire to cover up a masquerade breach.
No, it was an explosion.
Oh, sorry,
That's
it was
what
an
it is.
explosion.
Yeah.
Someone has set up an explosion to cover up an existing masquerade breach.
So,
That was one of the possibilities he said, either to cover it up or it's the Sabbat just trying to, pour more salt onto the wound, or he said it could have been any number of things. Let's find out what it is so we can deal with the problem.
So I would like to go ahead and point out that Gage Park is fucking huge. There's a dog park, there's a baseball field, there's an auditorium, there's
It's a good thing we narrowed the explosion
paths.
down to the zoo.
There's a zoo. Yeah. So yeah, it's a huge place. Just like to point that out.
Did your report happen to say whether or not they're suspecting terrorism or firework accident?
They're not sure yet. They're still arriving. They're moving to the scene and to section it off. Right now, it's not out of the cards.
Is the press there yet?
Yeah, but if it's going to be rapidly become terrorism, they could get pushed off the lawn with the cover that we're going with.
Okay.
The lucky thing for us is that we're in Topeka, where the media is not so traded, as opposed to people with helicopters, as if this happened in Kansas City.
Pretty sure the helicopter's gonna get here quickly. There's an explosion.
Less quickly.
Bobby stands up and nods respectfully, and then just goes to get his coat and his pistols. We're gonna share cars.
Oh my god, okay, I'm sorry, because Ash is an asshole. He'll just kind of look over and give a really wide smile and say, sure, yeah, if you want me in your car.
Sure.
Great. Oh, I got a dog too, so.
Yeah, that's fine. He can go in the back. It's a truck.
Great.
Calling shotgun.
I can drive others as well if they'd like.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and take
Does anyone
my
have
own
like
car.
a van or something that looks kind of like a CSI vehicle?
That's what he has. He has a van. It's practical. You can take stuff in it.
It's also creepy. Is it black?
It's white, actually.
Does it say free candy on the side of it?
On white man safety condition.
He's got a pickup truck, but he drove the van tonight.
I'm going to try and squish into this van. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah,
5,
no,
6,
Alfred's
7,
going
8
in his
people
own
and a dog.
Impala. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, Sean, would it be faster for Ash to just travel by the sewers? Because if so, he'll just go through the sewers and not deal with a fucking car.
You'll probably get there about the same time the players do.
Oh.
Yeah, there's
Well, then, same thing.
Yeah, he'll probably just go through the sewers then. Be antisocial.
I brought my car here. I'm taking my car there.
okay. You guys will be given equipment for your ruse, like not vehicles, but like any sort of like toolkits, evidence bags, all that stuff to basically justify you guys being there.
Watching CSI Sean.
The only thing that you're missing is for the cars, and
Do we have vests and hats too?
yeah, sure, totally easy. We can print those in like a jiffy. All right, so you're going in a vehicle. Okay, and let's see here. Grog's got a vehicle, and Sam's got a vehicle. So who all is just piling in wherever they fit, or?
I'll be going with Julia.
Right.
Julia's character.
I'll roll with Sam's character because hashtag just plan things.
Sweet.
Alpha's also got a vehicle, so. Because who knows who wants to ride with the Malkavian?
So
Yeah,
choices
no.
are the Malkavian, the Bruja, or the Toreador.
Yep.
Or the
gang
gangrel.
Y'all can travel in the sewers with
Or you can
Ash.
travel in the sewers with the dog.
Wait a minute. Wait, Ash would let her go into the sewers?
And then the sewers, not the Warrens, yeah.
Okay, never mind then. Sorry to say.
Yeah, he ain't about to let nobody. Okay, look, there's only one person other than Ash who's been in the Warrens, and that was because he kind of had to go in the Warrens with Ash.
Sorry to
Still
say,
kind of
like,
salty about that with the prince.
sorry to say, I'd love to go into the Warrens, see that
No.
shit.
Sewers, yes. Warrens, no.
Anyway, yeah, she'll roll with the Toreador. Because yeah, no.
All right. So you guys pull up to the scene. Let me see if I can not crash the internet by using Google Maps. We'll do it on my phone so it doesn't crash my laptop. That's usually the issue.
And then the power cuts out.
Yeah, someone hit our power line with a firework, and then
That wouldn't surprise me.
all goes down. Hell, a handbasket. So you guys arrive at and engage along the backside of the zoo. What you found is the police have already started to rope off the area. Well, have already roped off the area, not started, and are dealing with a massive situation, as it were. I'm going to assume that this may cause a bit of a temporary rerouting. It's along the south side of the park, east side, so it'd be closer to 8th Street, engage. Is this contained but definitely problematic gas main explosion?
So not a firework accident.
Not likely.
Sure, you're making courage rolls.
Well, if you stay your block away, you won't have to. Also, that something has blown through the fence and in the brick and then the chain link fence and then into the park.
Well, you gave me a whole bunch of supplies, so Alfred's just gonna walk up like he owns the place, and like
Okay.
pop out the forensic kit, start clipping like bits of the chain link fence. Look at it with UV light, and roll a perception investigation roll.
Hey, Sean, I'm staying in the car for the moment.
Okay.
Tiger,
What's
Tiger-
everyone else doing?
Tiger, what's your character's name?
It is Nick Vega.
Nick? Okay. Vega is the last name?
Yes.
Julia, pay attention to side chat. I'll be asking you character questions.
You are asking a lot out of this fucking this laptop.
Mr. Vega, shall we?
They hit a
Yeah,
car.
sounds good.
They hit a car. 5 points for Gryffindor.
No, that's 10 points to Slytherin.
He reaches back into the kits they were provided with and comes out with 2 ball caps, KBI on top, and hands one to Nick.
He'll don it.
Do you have any
Tip his cap a little bit.
to the side chat? Do you have any like science or law that would give you like you would know how to use the kit in question? If so,
I have
yes.
investigation, and I have law. I also have academics.
Okay.
I have
yeah,
survival.
I have
We'll go ahead and
academics
say
and
that's fair.
survival, and I also have tactics.
I mean, are you just listing off abilities we think are useful here?
Yeah.
Well, no, like I'm just trying to figure out like people are saying, well, I want to use the forensic kit, and it's like I just was making sure that before they open it up, they're not looking at it and going, her.
Yeah, I don't know if it matters, but I do have technology and science.
You're gonna feel really great about shit.
You had something for this?
No, I'm trying to think here. Mr. Grog, sir, you went up to the fence, right?
Going up
Probably
to
should
the
have
fence.
clarified this. The fence and the cement thing, like that hole that goes into the park,
Mhm.
is next to the gas fire.
Don't hit me.
How big is that gas fire? Is it big? Is it smaller than a bonfire?
No, they're still trying to get it under control. Hey, Tiger, how was that gas fire that happened out there in front of there in Farmington when it was raging? Because that's about qualifying where it was.
It,
Like the
it
size
took
of it.
them about 7-8 hours to get it under control, so
It was a pretty big ball of fire out there in front of Domino's, wasn't it?
yeah, it was pretty big. It didn't help that a car ran into it and then also combusted.
So I'm hearing bigger than bonfire, which means I have to roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend a willpower.
And Sean, Alpha's going to be getting out of his car and bringing the kit with him, but observing the scene. And he's going to be attempting to use Eyes of Chaos.
All right.
I assume that's the same diff as finding the invisible hand in the falling of leaves.
Yeah.
1 success. I am not frenzing. Huzzah. I am keeping it together. Go willpower.
2 successes, Sean.
Okay. So for you, Grog, you come overcome the fire, and you're like, this is not what I signed up for, but I got this. It's under control. Get to the fence, and you start looking at the fence and playing your part when you realize the gas main got hit. This brick wall, which, it wasn't that thick, pretty good sized vehicle could probably do that. And then, sure enough, you see on the other side of the chain link fence, a vehicle plowed through, and looks to have through one of the gone on through, kept trucking, and come to a complete stop, having broken through one of the pins.
I'm gonna hop the pin, I guess, and go for the car unless the car's on fire.
The car's not on fire, but it is totaled by this point.
Yeah.
Like, even with the grill piece that was meant to, clearly this was intentional of some sort, because it's totaled, but the car was clearly set up to do whatever it was doing. Chris, so let me see here. Eyes of Chaos. Oh my goodness, this is. How do I want to do this? I'll just PM it to you. One else doing at this point in time. Let's let everyone get a chance here to catch up with.
Thinking about punching Lucas.
I'm looking around for any officers that may be on the scene.
Ash will just be off to the side somewhere. He does have unseen presence up, though.
If everyone else is just kind of chilling around, then yeah, I'm gonna keep going with the investigation. Oh wait, no, Tiger, you said. Are you asking cops something?
I'm looking around for any officers first.
Okay.
Yeah. 1 second. Sorry, I'm having to deal with Chris's Eyes of Chaos thing.
I have a question too once you're done with that.
right, so you said you had something you needed to do before Tiger talks to the officer, Sam, or what? Which the order here on this?
He can talk to the officer. I'm just. What I'd like to do is look if there is. Where was the source of the explosion? Was a gas main, allegedly.
Yes.
Would the gas main have to be accessed underground?
From this point, yeah, since the main part is damage is what caused the fire.
But aren't gas mains underground?
Except for when they come up with like the meters and all that stuff.
Oh, the meters, okay.
Yeah, there's certain access points before they get into buildings. Damage. It's why they got the big cement pillars around them and.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I look and see look for tracks? And also
yes.
Okay. And the other thing I want to do is, given he has a background in counterinsurgency, if I were a terrorist, where would I attack? Using
heavily populated areas and stuff like that.
Or rather, if I wanted to attack this specific, like, does this make sense from a tactical point of view?
Given your tactics information, no. If you were going to attack the zoo, you would do it during the day, and this is night.
Does Gage Park not do a 4th of July celebration?
Okay. It's closed. If I was going to attack the 4th of July celebration, I would have gone to the park itself and caused a fucking mess there, not slammed into the side of the.
Because that seems kind of random. Like, it seems like a waste of effort.
Oh, fuck. Hand me a tip right when I think about saying something. They're mean. Tiger, what were you trying to do?
I'm just looking for officers on the scene so I can go talk to them.
There's a couple around. They're mostly trying to get the. It would be. You're trying to find the tracks to track them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that would be perception survival.
Okay. Alpha would be moving in basically closer to where the explosion and everything happened, still kind of keeping his distance, and he's literally just going to be looking for any more clues, hints, patterns that he might be able to stumble across. And he is not afraid of more rampant use of Eyes of Chaos to find more madness.
Okay, give me 1 second. So, Tiger, you're just talking with the officers?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, if I see him, I'm just gonna roll up and just be like, "Evening, gentlemen. KVI,
Yeah.
my team are here to assist in the investigation."
Oh, that's good. We're not sure what's really going on with the incident right now. We're trying to get the fire department down here to contain the fire and the rubberneckers that have already started arriving.
All right. So what do you know for sure, besides, big ass fire over there?
Well, we came to reports of a ball of fire, assuming someone hitting the, meter part of the gas, Julia, the gas main. We came down here after the fire department made the first response to try and get the fire under control. But right now, all we can do really is the gas mains on all ways, so we don't have. But it's just going to have to burn itself out at this point. It could be anywhere from 4 to 8 hours, depending on how much natural gas is in that line.
Right. Okay, well, like I said, my team's here. We're kind of doing some investigation. So if you see anybody doing stuff, they got the hat, and kind of just this hat. They're with us.
Awesome. Well, if you guys handle and scene, then we can keep them from, getting in the way and handle this fire.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, guys. Stay safe. He'll start walking away back towards where. I'm sorry, I can't remember your character, Sam. What his name is.
Oh, it's Robert.
Okay. He'll start walking back towards Robert.
Robert's just kind of crouching down. There's some impressions in the ground. 2 successes for whatever that's worth.
1 second. Well, to start things off, obvious, going from where they hit the broken main line up into the grass, and then up into the zoo proper, though with the blaring light of the gas line and with how dark it is by this point in time, it's 10 o'clock. You can't really see much further on past that. You pursue, I assume you're going to try, what's your courage, sir?
Pardon?
Your courage?
5.
Okay. Which is still, I don't know the ones for courage off the top of my head. 5 is...
It is the highest it could possibly be.
5 is villagers with torches chasing you.
Gotcha. So unless it's basically unless you're in a burning building scenario.
Yep. And 4 is bonfire.
Gotcha. So you might skirt the edge there, but you're pretty cool about sliding by, and that's when you notice Alfred there kind of following the trail back to the vehicle that's gone through the fence and into one of the animal enclosures and ripped a hole in it.
What happened first?
Which happened first, like the order of the vehicle going through things?
Yes.
Brick wall, which is not, it is more of for appearance than animal enclosure.
And was there any swerving? Or they were aiming?
No.
Basically, they were aiming for the gas main.
Yeah.
Okay. So he looks to Nick. He's like, he comes back. He's yeah, they were aiming for the gas main. This was deliberate. And then they went through there, through the chain, through the wall, the fence, and then broke into that particular animal enclosure there. Again, deliberate. What animal is supposed to be there?
The lions.
Huh. So apparently they wanted to get into the lions.
Anyone else doing anything around here?
Oh, one last thing. I'm taking a picture of the tire tracks.
Yeah, I'm hopping down into the enclosure itself. barring lions being in there. If there's lions in there, I'm not going in.
1 or 2 in there.
How am I supposed to get to the car then? Those rat bastard zookeepers.
If only someone had animalism.
Yeah. Only a gangrel had animalism.
Yeah. Are there any? So here, Bobby will just come with Nick. But any? Which of them will gangrel? But the fellow with the shock eyes.
Yeah, he looks at you. No, I can't do anything about those things. Don't look at me. You know, I ain't that kind of gangrel.
He looks to the. Where are the 2 gangrel right now?
One of them, I believe, is in a car talking to Kimberly and
Talking to Ash and Miss Sullivan, I believe. Right?
Yes, those words.
So what's the situation going on?
Talking to Tim and me.
Okay, talking to Tim and so talking to Rebecca and Miss Sullivan.
Yeah, Kim is just on Ash, who's just kind of walking around right now looking for something to do, because he can't really come out of Obfuscate and walk around and do stuff, because, yeah.
Fugly.
A little bit.
Maybe an investigation check, Kim, since you're just kind of, like, I assume you're floating with the players, right?
Yeah, he's just kind of in the back, like, I could be in my Warrens right now. I really could.
Go ahead and give me a perception investigation check.
You could have taken the Tremere to the Warrens, and that would have been a wonderful thing.
Fuck that.
I mean,
Even if
yes.
he was told that he was gonna get some ass, he wouldn't.
I mean, you could totally take him into the Warrens and walk him right past a machine gun emplacement.
That seems like a lot of effort.
With what other Nosferatu in this fucking town?
Smiling words, I have that finish.
Although, I do have the intent to investigate.
Which I assume is why you're staying in the...
Yeah, I do have the intent to investigate, because after your character's name is Hazel, right, Julia? After Hazel kind of laid the authority down on Lucas, Rebecca was like, okay, I feel like this is going nowhere.
I'm actually gonna knock on the window of the car.
Cool.
Real quick, would my perception, or would my acute, since this is perception, would my acute senses hearing or sight apply to this?
Sight.
Because it's a perception roll? Okay.
What were you doing, Tim?
She was just going to head out and start looking into shit herself. Rebecca has a lot of knowledges.
Could I roll a game at a higher diff?
Yeah,
That
yes,
roll
you
was
may.
kinda
+1
shitty.
to the
Oh, sorry.
First, you need to get past the gas fire that still hasn't been put out for a while. What's your courage?
My courage is 3.
Yeah, you're going to need to roll for that.
You can roll for it. Can someone bring up the rules room for me, please?
I've got a dice roller up.
Was someone knocking on my car door?
Yeah, but which one? Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you.
That's me knocking on the car door.
Can I drop willpower on this?
What was that, Tim?
Can I drop willpower on this?
It's not a willpower roll, so yeah. The only ones that I think the only ones, Chris, that correct me if I'm wrong, that you can't drop willpower on are conscience rolls, willpower rolls, and that's it.
Soak rolls.
So. Yeah,
right. It's soak and damage. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If the diff is 6, then I have 2 successes.
All righty. Then you're good. You get by and you see the scene that everyone has been described up to this point. A rattled in. First the cement wall, then the chain link fence, then the enclosure that has been bowled over.
Rebecca's going to look to the group and ask, have we brought up any camera footage yet?
You do a person knocking on the window.
What's going on?
Have we taken camera footage ourselves, or have we looked up what the cameras may have recorded?
What's going on about knocking on the... Someone knocking on the window? What's going on? I'm confused now.
I was knocking at the window of the car where one of the gangrel was.
Okay, the one that drove into the enclosure?
No, my car window.
Oh, gotcha. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was confused.
Julia's car had.
Okay.
Although I may be confused.
All right. So you guys handle that real quick, and then we'll get back to.
Can I help you?
Yeah. I was hoping one of you could help us with some lines.
I can't, but I'm sure Ash could.
Wonderful. Thanks very much.
None of the gangrels have animalism. This is great.
At least the Nosferatu has it.
I want you all to know Raven is disappointed.
You should be disappointed. I like my celerity better.
Eric West is sitting in a tree laughing right now.
Help, asshole.
Where is Ash? Is she visible?
Ash is just around. Like he's actually hidden right now, but I'm sure if you say his name loud enough, he'll just be like, "Sup."
Hey Kim, by the way, did you?
How'd you do on the? How'd you do on the reroll?
Ash, if you would be so kind as to help us with some lines, that'd be most appreciated.
We'll just kind of appear beside you and say, "Why do I need to go talk with lions?"
Well, because the car that did all the damage is in the enclosure with the lions. But the lions are still in the enclosure, and Nick doesn't want to go closer right now. And it would probably not be appreciated if we killed the lions.
You know what? I'm totally up to go talk with some lions. Let's fucking do this.
He just kind of
Oh, okay. Thanks, Chris.
Cover
leads the way.
or something?
Yeah.
No.
Did she leave the man cover open when she came out of the sewers?
No, but you think he is a scrub?
Okay.
No. You guys need like a distraction so that you're not seen in the lion den.
Totally cooling the lions, by the way.
Nick's just gonna walk back over to the cops.
I know, right?
Nick's gonna walk back over to the
okay.
cops and just start engaging them in idle conversation about their families and other things that cops talk about.
Since you're here, by this point in time, such an incident on the 4th of July has not gone unnoticed, especially in Gage Park, and there is, even for it being about 10 o'clock area, is a decent amount of rubberneckers, firemen all over the place trying to keep this reasonably contained, and because it's not that far away, I need you to make a perception alertness roll.
Me?
I didn't
Alright.
get cars out yet.
Duh.
Okay, second. You said it was me, right?
Who needs to make perception awareness?
Tiger.
And standard diff. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I got one success.
Hey, 1 second. You notice faintly. God bless Topeka. Between the media cars that are starting to show up, like for the one or two TV stations in Topeka that are actually based in Topeka.
Oh, damn it.
Tiger, how familiar are you with Topeka?
I've literally never been to Topeka in my life.
All right. How well established are you and aware of the Phelpses?
Of the what?
The Phelpses.
I have no idea what they are.
Oh, I'm familiar with them.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Got you.
What thing, Sean?
I'm sorry. I went to school with some of their kids, so I just know them as the Phelpses.
They weren't homeschooled? That's
Yeah.
odd.
Well, why do that when you can send your kids to a public school and then protest the public school for letting gays into the school?
Yeah.
I'm
They're
a bit
master
lost here,
schools.
guys.
The Westboro
So-
Baptist
Oh,
Church
the
is
Westboro,
currently
Phelps.
yeah, they are
All right.
currently picketing outside the fire over something that is dumb, probably.
Or the fire itself, as if it's some like indication that God smites Topeka, whatever stupid loony bin, like one or two.
Which means reporters, right?
Yes.
Have I talked to some reporters before? In interviews?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah. You got fame one.
Cool. They're doing shit. I'm causing a distraction.
Okay. So you're going to go talk to the media.
Yep. Come on, Lucas.
Oh, dear
This
God.
is going to be very interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see how it goes.
She'll.
I thought you said you didn't want me to, be blatantly obvious. I mean, I'll go with you.
You are. Just keep your mouth shut and smile. Is there anything blatantly obvious about you that would be noticed?
Right. I've been told I radiate pure evil.
Oh my! Oh shit! So you guys speaking of the unholy, and he's
Yeah,
going to
Andy
to some church
regret.
members. Do it! Do it! Please do it! Do it!
No,
do
no,
it!
she's been told about this. Fucking stay in the car and don't move.
Well, the Phelps will be like, my long lost brother, we've missed you.
Oh my
Hey.
God! Please let that be a thing.
Are you sure? I guess if you want a distraction, I can help you do that, but I may not live through the night.
No, because I'm not going to think it's you because you kind of seem like a serial killer.
All right.
But she'll go up to the reporters, all distraught and whatnot. Bleeding heart.
Wondering.
I just think it's awful. Just horribly awful that in such a time of tragedy, these people here are supposed to be a church.
This is great. Oh boy. I call gum problems. Anyway.
Who's supposed to be a church is here telling people they deserve to die. So, for every minute they are here, I'll be putting on a benefit concert each night to support anyone who has been affected by this tragedy.
Which is This
Hey,
is
Sean.
great. This is the
Hey,
best
Sean.
grandstanding ever. Yeah.
I go over to the sewer that Ash came out of, and I'm assuming I can get into it without too much trouble.
Yeah, at least the first part.
Okay. I'm not wanting to go too far down, just enough so that people can't see me.
Okay. So you're just
And-
getting into the drainage ditch thing, taking the lid off and dropping it.
Yeah, and I'm going to be burning a blood, and in about 6 seconds, right? Or is it 3? I'll be burning another blood.
Okay.
When she gets back to that car and she finds you're gone, she's going to slap the shit out of you.
It would be a hard
Just
time slapping the
mist
shit
form
out of
away.
Mist.
And Sean, I'm going to mist form up through the drain pipes, the water drain pipes, up and around where Hazel is, and just stay in the whole congregation of people. It's
Okay.
white mist. It's not blood mist. It's white mist.
All right.
Okay.
So back towards the vehicle, and we'll handle that fun story in a minute. So, folks that are down there at the lion enclosure. Anyone else since apparently Ash missed it that's down there by the lion enclosure? I want to give you a perception alertness.
Look, it's been a while. If I can roll again, I will.
Yeah, sure. I'm
You
gonna
want to
also
bump
toss.
that diff up one more time.
I'm gonna go ahead and toss
fucking do
this sandwich into the enclosure next to a lion after I bleed on it.
What's the diff?
Way to steal ideas, though.
I said the idea first.
4 successes.
You're not the one with animalism.
I know.
All right. Anyone else with successes?
4 successes. If
Awesome.
Sharp Eyes applies here.
Yeah. Hopefully they didn't suck up all of Ash's successes this time.
Oh, what are we rolling?
If you are around the incident, you know, the enclosure and all that stuff, an alertness roll.
Awesome.
Standard diff.
Okay, cool. I have Auspex up, so that is diff 5.
Hey, Sean, where would I be at this point? Because I've been following Eyes of Chaos and where that leads me with the patterns.
You're noticing a pattern that's shifting now.
Yeah. Where would that pattern be leading me? I'm trying to follow its shifts.
There is a big throbbing sense of danger coming from the other end of the zoo.
I'd
Say that again.
I'd be following that sensation.
Yeah.
Well, it's something that I'm getting through Eyes of Chaos, Sam. So.
Okay.
For
For those that used your standard perception investigation, you'll notice on the sign there it says that they have 5 lines for this enclosure. You only see 2.
Oh. About that. Shit.
We should go tell the others, then round up the lions.
Yeah, let's round up lions. That's gonna be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lions don't shoot back. He just jogs back and tells the others. There's 3 lions missing. Just saying.
Okay, the main group that's back there by the car.
Yeah.
Busy grandstanding in front of the media. I hope you're not telling my character.
There's lion missing in the area.
So we're gonna go round them up, I guess. Maybe someone should put animal control. Trank gun. In fact, I gotta go find a cop.
Wait, are there some of the zookeepers around? Like they're.
Oh yeah, that is right. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'm gonna tell
Then
them.
please do fix your overlay so you're not confusing people.
Me?
Who?
Oh no, it's Charles. I
Sorry,
responded to his Facebook
I
message.
thought I had fixed it, and I guess I didn't.
Officer, Mr. Zookeeper, there's 3 lions missing. Do you have any trank guns?
There's only the police, the fire department, and the people assembled, and maybe a night security guard. All the keepers pretty much called it a night. It's the 4th of July. They've given the animals the food for the night, and they can pretty much handle themselves until they come back in the morning.
Where would that?
I'm going to tell the cop. I'm going to tell whatever sergeant is in charge then quietly. Sergeant Wood to the Wise. There's 3 lions on the loose.
He looks like, as soon as he hears it, kind of becomes a little rigid. And I'm going to assume that this is the person that Tiger's small talking with, and just says, "Is that so?"
Yeah, Nick is just going to look over at him with very much surprise. And then he's going to turn back to the sergeant and say, "We need to get everybody out of here right now. There's dangerous animals on the loose. Get your men in gear. Let's go."
Yeah. I think this, what my colleague said here. There's a clear and present danger to all the civilians present.
They're basically shifting gears now from controlling the crowd around the scene to now trying to disperse it and send it home, which is a wholly different thing.
Yeah. Start shouting loose lion, I'm pretty sure we're fine.
Yeah, but we don't want to panic. We want a controlled dispersal from the area. Go, please. Getting the police who are now agitated, and then now going around basically telling the media it's time to pack up, everybody. It's time to go home. We've got potential loose animals.
I'm saying it's from what enclosure?
Yeah, no, we're not playing this game. We'll pack this up now, please. We're World of Darkness police officers. We have a little more backbone and care less about your
rights or what you
I mean, I was going to say
liberties and rights.
Hey, I'm just saying, if this was World of Darkness police officers, they would have just shot the crowd.
I mean,
time to go home, guys. Wait, but what do you mean shoots a dude in the head? That's what I mean. Now leave.
Oh, I'm sorry. You flashed your high beams at me. That's a bullet.
That's assault. I feared for my life.
I want to argue that you're not right, but I can't. That's World of Darkness Police.
Fixed it. Sorry, Sean.
Switch over. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pause, guys, for just a quick second as we move direction.
This is fun.
We're straight up about to have lions attack us. And it's going to be glorious. Out of character, at least.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be the first one that walks into the lions.
Oh, hell yes.
Because I'm following Eyes of Chaos and where the source is, which means I'm probably following the patterns of the lions. Uh-oh. I'm probably walking face first into the lions. As a Malkavian. Why did y'all let the Malkavian wander off alone? What is wrong with y'all?
He'll be alright. He's a Malkavian. He always ends up alright.
Yeah.
He'll be alright.
It just means I'll have to mouth bomb a couple lions. It's fine. Just give a lion 5 kinds of crazy.
Oh, please do not mouth bomb the lions, Chris.
Oh, whatever. Just give the lions an anxiety disorder or depression.
Give them 5 kinds of crazy.
Bruh, no, if you give them that, they might definitely attack. That's a thing.
Or they might get depression and try and commit suicide.
Unfortunately, depression also results in irritability, so they may just be like, I'm sad, why are you here? Leave me alone. I just want to be alone! Blame. And then that's how he lost Malkavian. He thought he could talk like good lion.
I mean, they just want to play tag with their teeth.
And claws.
Fine, right?
Yeah. No, but
by the way, I'm buffing my stamina and my dexterity. Cause there's lions.
Yeah, it seems like a reasonable.
The chairs are right here.
They also might get hallucinations, and then they might just attack the air. Or believe that I'm Cthulhu.
All right. So, where were we?
A mist coming across the crowd as Julie's character is talking.
First.
Yeah,
that's,
Julie's character is
that
talking.
only makes it 9 kinds of more ominous.
That blood mist.
2 blood this scene so far, correct?
See.
Any other blood spent from other people?
I'm
I
gonna
have
pump
not.
some decks.
I have not spent any yet. Although, Sean, Rebecca did just go and try to look for the camera footage, see if there was anything from this attack.
Give me 1 second. Who was the other person who spent blood? Trying to.
Okay.
I spent a drop to put some blood on my sandwich and then toss it into the line enclosure. But that's not a blood point, I don't think. But
Gotcha.
I am spending 5 for Dex 6 and Stam 6.
Oh, good shot, so not gonna leave this.
So you buffed all the way up to Dex 6.
Dex 6, and then I'm buffing also my Stam to 6. And I think the hangout crashed. Nope. Keep moving.
Much blood total?
5 and a drop, but I don't know like what the drop means. Like when you're trying to just ghoul an animal.
The lion kind of like sniffs at the sandwich, but it's like processed meat and bread, and just kind of more or less plays with it than anything.
Don't you need a full blood point to ghoul something?
No, a full blood point's like a pint of blood or something.
Yeah, no, what it is, it's just, it's not very specific. It just says a drink of blood, and that can be anything from a point to 5 to a drop.
Okay.
Although I figure it has to be something substantial, if that makes any sense. So you can just
otherwise you can just put like a drop in wine, and that's like for coffee or something. Be like,
I mean, yeah, that's how they did it in the Dark Ages.
Yeah. The thing is, like, it has to be done consecutively over nights, but that can be. We can talk about that in the OOC after this.
Yeah, actually, I gotta go sleep. Anyways,
yeah.
So 4.
4 for you, Sam?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So.
5. Why not? Let's go with 5.
Okay, so you're pushing to 5 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, it's about this time that Chris, you've just done that only one. You have those 2. You haven't done any more Eyes of Chaos?
I'll roll for a third.
No, I'm not asking you to roll for a third. I'm just asking, have you?
Yeah, I've only done the 2.
Okay.
But I'm keeping an eye out, and basically, like, with shifting patterns, with the shifting patterns, I would roll for the 3rd time, and it doesn't cost any blood. So
go ahead, and do that then.
3 successes, 4 if insightful counts.
4 insightful will count.
Okay.
As you see the things there, you see like a building danger, and as you go to it, it's clearly around the rainforest area. And you see, as you're walking around, this red line that seems to almost like you would a lava flow that flows out from the street and starts winding its way up towards the building, the rainforest building in front of you. And you just see it as this big, huge mountain. Like, let's paint the sign as blatant as fucking possible.
Yep.
Trouble afoot.
That's where. I'm trying to think who all Prime has the number for. I guess, would just send a text, Ash, be like, I found fun. And, screenshot or, picture.
Ash, as soon as you get that text, I found fun with a picture of the rainforest building. You hear another loud boom, and Chris, it happens in front of your character, who's like coming up on but isn't there, so he's a safe distance away, but it definitely, you can feel the heat blowing your direction, and the noise is much louder and deafening as like just another ball of fire just shoots up there. Like maybe the police didn't have that gas line under quite the control they thought they did.
Yep. And then I'll send a follow-up picture of the
whatever
explosion.
you want to assume.
Yeah, hey. And then I'll send a follow-up
explosion, and you see it like in Eyes of Chaos, like a volcanic eruption. It just explodes like that, and there goes like a good portion of the greenhouse for the rainforest section. Just
I would be taking a picture of it right as it goes off too, and send that to Ash. So that way it's just like, I found fun, nothing happening, and then almost immediately later, boom.
Hey, Sean, I have Auspex active. Should I roll for sensory overload?
You were far enough away. It's more of a gas line explosion. It's less like a bomb going off and more just like a surge of fire and
Okay.
Then it is noise. Now, if you were looking at the direction like, hey, Ash, here, you got this text and it says to look over, boosh, and you're like, ah, but you're not doing that.
Okay, awesome. Let me know if I get any camera footage or anything.
Let's actually deal with that now. So you go to the main office area, which is near up the front, near the ticket office. The door's locked, so we'll need to handle that first. I mean, I know you're there with cops, but no one's here yet to unlock the door.
Should I try and pick this lock? Do I have any? No, I don't have any larceny. Fuck it, she'll just go find a cop to go and unlock it. Or the... Oh, no, you said there was a security guard here, right?
Yeah, he was doing, like, talking with the officers back up front. We're now busy dispersing people, and once he heard the lines are out, he's about ready to pack his lunch.
Cool. She'll go up to the security guard and just ask, oh, hey, dude, so sorry. Me and my colleagues were just wanting to see if we could get any camera footage of whatever happened. Do you think that you can get the door for me, please?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I appreciate your dedication. If there are lions loose, I'm getting the fuck out of here. And just slaps the keys in your hands and just like, I'm out of here. I don't get paid for this shit.
Are these keys to literally everywhere in the in this zoo?
Yeah, pretty much. He doesn't give a shit. Right now.
Awesome.
Oh my
Awesome.
god, we're gonna steal
Rebecca's
some
hanging
owls.
on to those. Just in case. Anyway, yeah, she's just gonna walk on over, unlock the door, start heading in.
After roaming a small office area, you finally come to the security footage, which is a much more modern setup than the Nosferatu walked into last time you guys dealt with security footage. This actually, since the zoo is owned by the city, has its own data source point for recording footage and a backup with the actual city of Topeka.
Ooh, damn. So yeah, she'll start going through it and seeing what's up. Seeing if anything went down.
Basically, what happened is the cameras aren't set up to handle like outside on the street. So that you flip through the cameras and you flip through trying to find what you're looking for, and you see one by the lion enclosure, which is kind of askew because it's more looking out like towards the walkways and not at that back area as people are coming through. And you can see the vehicle come through the backside enclosure, knock out the fence, and it's that big like SUV, almost Hummer kind of thing with a front grille so it can like kind of plow through the fence. The car's totaled. It's steaming up in the front. It's when two of the 5 lines decide, we get free food here. We're not going anywhere. And the other 3 yelled, freedom, and ran off. No one ever seems to leave the vehicle. It's all tinted and everything.
Can she get a license plate?
There is no license plate.
Ooh, okay. All right, so what happened was, to make sure I got it right, van plowed through the fence. 3 of the lions stayed in the enclosure, 2 left.
2 of them. 2 of them stayed, 3 left.
2 stayed, 3 left, okay. All right, then. Any indicator as to where they went?
Out through the hole.
Oh, okay.
Follow, like, you go through the chain of footage, you're like, one of them, it looks like one of them peeled off and started, there's other animals here. I wouldn't mind a midnight snack. It might be roaming around there. Two of them bolted. They're out somewhere.
Okay. Cool. Can she copy that video onto something? She does have her phone with her.
Onto your phone, it will not let you on the phone.
That's fair. Probably too big of a file or something.
Quick point. So just the van that did this is still in the enclosure, right?
I think the implication was that the van left after it did this.
Is that correct, Sean?
Okay, things are really.
This one actually did heal.
Okay, so okay. Explosion, which I'm sure makes the Topeka Police Department feel very thrilled, along with the fire department.
Yeah, so did the van just kind of dip after that? Or is it still there? My assumption was that the van would just leave, but if it's still there, then that means...
I assume it's still there. That was my understanding.
It does.
Oh, you cutting out real hard, man.
Yeah, I can't hear a word you're saying, Sean.
Yeah. It's still.
It's still there. Okay.
Okay, I heard yeah, it's still there. Okay, yeah, then that changes Rebecca's response. Oh.
It's. So yeah, it's still there in the lion's den. Am I better now?
Yeah.
Yes, way better.
Yes, you are better now.
My charger came loose. That was probably part of the problem.
Okay, yeah, so that's going to change Rebecca's response quite a bit. She is going to head out. And she'll probably shoot a text. She's only met Ash thus far. So she'll shoot a text to Ash saying, hey, so I found the vehicle that crashed into here. Because the vehicle crashed into here. And it's still here.
Yeah, we found it earlier.
Okay.
That's how we knew the lines were missing.
Okay, my bad. I missed that out of character.
Although, actually, what I am going to do with the vehicle is I'm going to look for the VIN.
So you're going to get in the lion den with the 2 lions.
Yeah, if we're going to get anything out of this, we gotta go into the lion's den.
Which Ash has already been doing because and I've stated several
Ash
times, he's going to
down.
talk to the lions.
Yeah, Ash was already there. As far as I know, that's where Ash actually is.
Okay. So Ash is already down there in the...
Yes.
Yeah,
he's not a scrub. He would have checked out the van first. Okay, well, he would have talked to the lions first. Be like, yo, bros, don't eat me. But...
Okay, so you're going to use animalism 1?
Yeah, just to pretty much talk to the lions first and be like, hey, I'm not here to mess with you guys. Just want to check out the van real quick. Because he wants to check out the van first before actually like talking to the lions for a long period of time.
They look reasonably consider going on around them, relatively scared, and just basically kind of give a roar at you. Make it quick. We don't want anyone around here.
Yeah, I can understand that. And he'll just walk over to the van and just kind of knock on the window.
Okay, nothing happens.
He'll look back over to the lion and just kind of ask, did you see anyone come out of this?
We were more or less hiding once the first explosion happened. The vehicle came. I mean, we stayed put, but I haven't seen anything.
Okay, that's reasonable. If there is someone in the car, because I'm about to open the door, do you mind if it is hostile? Do you mind helping me deal with the problem?
Yay.
That's often so sweet.
And I don't know what the issue is.
Just a quick question. Who is running this hangout?
Me.
Okay. Sorry, I thought we were going to have to start a new hangout.
Reset here. Where were we last?
Ash is asking the lions to attack whatever comes out of the van if it seems hostile. And thank you, Sam, for fucking.
The Joey that actually has a van. Well, okay, they both do.
So has anything come out of the van at all since, you know?
Well, Ash is still waiting for the lion's answer before he opens it.
Okay.
The lion says, I did.
What?
I hear you breaking up again.
Are we good, or are we still unstable?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay. You don't want any part of it.
Okay. Yeah, that's reasonable.
Yeah, Sean. Tiger, lion, etc. stats are in the side chat.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, he's just going. Oh. I don't know. He doesn't want to command them, and then if he fucks up on the command roll, shit could get nasty.
Yeah, then yeah. But
Do you know what? Dude, Ash is just this kind of ballsy. Yeah, he'll just. No, he's cautious, not ballsy. Is there a rock nearby in the enclosure? There should be a rock.
Yeah.
He'll pick up the rock and he'll throw it through the front window.
Okay.
And once the glass caves in, unless I need to make a roll to just throw the rock at the window.
No, we'll just say you.
Okay, well then he'll look in the window. Is anybody in there?
No, nobody's in there.
Oh, sweet. So I'll look back towards the lions and then just say, how many of you guys were in here again?
What was that again, Kim?
He asked how many were in there, in the enclosure, because he still doesn't know, because, yeah.
No, I told you earlier.
No, I think you told everyone else, because Ash was hopping into the enclosure, and then you went and told everyone else, like Tiger, who then told the police.
Yeah. Yeah, that's possible. Nice.
I mean, the sign on the front of the enclosure said that there was 5 lions.
I didn't get enough successes to see it. I failed the rule.
Oh, that's hilarious then.
Which is why, I mean, you could just ask the lion, because I'm like the only mofo up in here who could talk to lions. So funny enough, everyone can talk to a tiger.
Yeah. Oh. What?
We might have to give up.
Oh, Sean dropped again. While we're at it, can someone invite?
I did send the invite.
Danke.
All right. Sorry about that. Where are we?
I believe Kim was asking the other lions how many lions were in there originally.
There were 5 of us.
Why didn't you two go with the rest of them then?
Would you run away from free food?
So that's all you want, huh? Is free food and a place to stay?
Yeah, pretty much.
What if I told you I could offer you free food, a place to stay, and you'll be stronger? Would that sound reasonable to you too?
Does it require me having to get up and leave here? Because I'm also lazy. I'm sorry if this lion now sounds like a hookah, but...
I could love this lion! Ash will shake his head.
Sorry if this lion now sounds like a puka, but that just happened.
I like the lion.
He'll Dude, this lion is my fucking spirit animal. Okay. He'll shake his head and say, no, you wouldn't have to leave. You could stay here if you wanted.
Well, that sounds fine to me.
So it was 2 lions. Are both of them saying that they're lazy and don't want to go, or is it just the one?
But both of them. They're pretty lazy. They're zoo lions now.
Oh yeah, that's pretty fucking true.
Getting a house cat.
Big ass house cat. I kind of want a lion to walk around in the wards now. Like, no lie, guys. Just.
Why
Oh
don't
my
you
god.
just buy one
The shit.
rather than stealing one from the zoo?
I can just imagine, like, what's his face coming into the wards and just being like, Ash, what the fuck is a lion doing in the ward? Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
But he will just, is there like a bowl around?
Why would that mess with anything?
This happened for a time.
There's no way it should be interfering with
Go back.
Alright. Alright. So I think I'm near stable or
We're all stable. It's just you.
oh, I know it's just me. I'm just trying to find out if it's my internet or my laptop. Could be a combination of both. Alright. So where were we?
Ash was just about to cut, like, the palm of his hand open and just kind of offer it to the lion. Just
He's
be
gonna
like,
make those lions ugly.
look, shut up. It's not his fault. He's just
Yeah, I
an
know you
ugly...
can tell that. You're gonna be ugly, smelly lions.
Shh, we don't have to tell them that. They won't fucking know. Not until later.
Sniff at Ash's hand and kind of crinkle his.
I know it doesn't smell good, but trust me, this stuff will make you stronger. And I'll come by with free food.
Gives a bit of a almost sideways skeptical glance, and then the
What?
yeah, the lion Well, eventually. All right. Here's what I'm gonna have to do because I can't get a stable connection. I'll leave this locked in a. So, is everyone hearing me, or are we just all?
You're breaking up so much; it's difficult.
Yeah, can you? Yeah.
1 second.
Try turning off your camera, man.
Yeah.
All right. Are we still choppy?
Still choppy, but not so bad.
All right. Look, if I can't further investigation at a later point, because if I can't keep a stable connection, that's much leave anyway. So we'll drop it here for now, and then if you guys have the social with the information you have after this, that's cool, whatever. But I'm gonna have to call it here because the connection's stable.
Okay.
So, Kim, if you want to wrap up the scene for us, since you actually have not robot.
Yeah, I got you. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another scene in Kansas where stuff and things have happened. Have a good one.